Man, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. And GS went crazy while I was gone. We got Ari coming to the game, and my girl, ooh.
Stop it.
We got Sharon coming too, baby. Oh, Lord. And we don't only have this banner, by the way. We also have a brand new crest palace, which is called Shrine of Perdition, which I actually think a lot of people are going to be really going hard for this new crest palace due to what the unique crest effect actually does from this shrine. So, ladies and gentlemen, strap up, get your popcorn, get your water, and sit back, relax, and enjoy yourselves because it's time to discuss what everything is. First and foremost, let's talk about this crazy banner here, right? You have Hero Fest Absolute coming to the game. Just looking at the banner alone, guys, this banner's insane. You got Celia, you got Sharon, you got Ari, you got Forte, and then you got Shiki. Shiki's literally the worst character on this banner. Everybody else, though, is actually good. And we're getting 2 new units this time, which, oh Lord, man, they really want me to go crazy on this. As you can see here, this is Ari's stats. Ari is a straight attacker. She is an earth human. She has 2 5-star physicals and a 4-star defense. Her entire kit is revolved around increasing her damage and using this mode called Tenga mode. I don't know if this is actually called this on global. It may be changed, so we'll have to wait and see. And the way she activates Tenga mode is actually by using her art, unlike the Blood Knights that have to use their true arts to enter Magia Drive. So she enters Tenga mode for 20 seconds with her art, and if you activate your art during Tenga mode, you get an additional 20 seconds added on top of whatever your existing timer already is. And then with the true art, if you just activate it without being in Tenga mode, you just increase your own crit rate by 100% and you deal 45,000% earth damage. However, if you're in Tenga mode, which you're going to want to be in most situations, she will deal a massive 90,000% earth damage physical, and then for 12 seconds you increase your own crit rate by 100%. Not only this, she has increased critical damage as an ability, she has increased damage to enemies under 30% HP, and she has, when in Tenga mode, she increases her own attack and skill CT recovery by 100%. She is literally like dishing out damage left and right. Like, she is a ridiculous powerhouse from what I've heard. Not only just this, she has an insane true weapon, probably one of the best true weapons like in the game, especially for earth units. This true weapon is called True Sakura Swallow. This thing is a 5-star physical, 5,000% earth damage physical, but for 10 seconds you increase your own damage by 50% and earth damage by 70%. Ladies and gentlemen, if I do the math real quick here, if you are an earth unit, that means that you are getting a total of 120% damage increase. That is ridiculous. But it doesn't just stop there. You know, we got some more to talk about. When equipped by Arya, she increases her own damage by 30% and art gauge by 1. And she increases her physical damage by 20%. Like, there's a 50% damage buff with this true weapon on. Passively, by the way. And then she gets another 120% with just the skill for 10 seconds. Like, what? I can definitely see all the hype for her. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm gonna be summoning on this banner. There is one more thing that I do want to say, though, is that I really like what they did with this unit design. The fact that she does have her own transformation state, but it's not just like her be-all end-all, right? Like, she does have other options. If you don't want to go into Tenga mode, you just get a lower true art modifier, but you know, you still can do damage, unlike, you know, the Blood Knights or the ninjas that they have to be in their transformation state in order to use like their actual true arts most of the time. So I really like how they did that. Either way, I can't wait to use this girl on global. I feel like she's gonna be completely busted. Next, we're gonna be talking about the girl. Hey man, every time I see it, Sharon, light human coming to the game. And Sharon's entire gimmick is that she's actually, I think, an idol or something like that. That's what she's supposed to be. And she revolves around a unique mechanic called cheer. With her art, every time you use it, for 30 seconds, you gain 1 stack of cheer. And cheer increases your own magic damage by 50% times the number of stacks of cheer. With the true art, you're able to activate this, and then for 20 seconds, you increase all allies except self magic damage by 50% times the number of stacks of cheer. She increases her damage to dark enemies by 20%. She increases allies healing taken by 20%, and when HP is above 80%, you increase your own attack by 50%. And as far as I know, there isn't a limit to the amount of stacking you can do with cheer. Of course, you know, to an extent there is a limit. You can only get out so many arts at one time. But the fact is that you're going to be using your art to stack your cheer, and it's also going to be buffing up your magic damage. Then once you have like an ample amount of stacks, let's say you want to get to about 200%, right? Let's say 200% is a good number. So you need to use your art about 4 times. So once you get 200% up, then you activate your true art, and then you buff up everybody else's magic damage, and then you deal the big deeps. It's that simple. She also has a true weapon as well. Her true weapon is actually called Gold Rush. You increase your own damage by 50%, and if the user is light, you increase your own accuracy by 30%, and when equipped by Sharon, you increase your own stats by 15%, and you increase the duration of your cheer stacks by 10 seconds as well. Personally, I feel like if you're going to be using Sharon a lot, you probably are going to want this true weapon. It's pretty solid if you want to use it on other characters. 50% damage increase is okay. Either way, I'm happy to finally get my girl on global. And like I said, we summoning on this banner. I'm telling you, the day it drops, we doing a summon video. I promise y'all. Like, I've been waiting for this unit forever. Another thing that we're going to be getting in this update, we're actually going to be getting all of the Spy of the Shadows series event quests returning. So that includes events like Dark Fins, Dark Canes, and Commander Fortes. Plus, we're going to be getting Ari's new event, which has her own unique set of equips that are coming with it. They look pretty okay. I've looked over them a little bit, but they're not anything like wild, I guess. And then finally, we have the Crest Palace, Shrine of Perdition. This Crest Palace is, of course, against the boy Vows and Death. But the main thing about this Crest Palace, the thing that has everyone interested in it, is the fact that the unique crest that's exclusive to this Crest Palace is an Archgen Crest. Yep, you heard me right. This thing increases all of your stats by 90 and increases your art gauge by 1 every 2 seconds at level 4, if I'm not mistaken. But here's the thing, too. If you want this crest to be, like, actually insane and really good, unfortunately, you need it to be a 4+. But what I've heard, because at a 4+ rating, if I'm not mistaken, you're going to be getting, I think, 1 art gauge per second or 1.5 art gauge per second, plus some additional stats on top of it, probably 120 stats if I had to guess. So good luck to everyone that's going to be trying to farm this. I don't think it's going to be worth it just because this is an exclusive crest. And let me just say, if you're going for a 4+, with this, you can't flux this. You have to just get lucky and get it to drop, like, while you're doing it. And by the way, this is also an extreme Crest Palace as well. So it's going to be pretty difficult. So I don't know what the exact, like, stage effect is going to be or what the boss is going to be throwing at you, but I heard that it's pretty annoying. Either way, though, this thing is going to be lasting from the 11th to the 19th after maintenance. And then after this, it will be showing up every single Monday alongside Oldius. Ladies and gentlemen, that is that. Overall, this update is pretty packed with some content, right? We're getting 2 new units, we're getting an insanely good banner, a new shrine, plus we're having like 4 events come out at once pretty much. So lots of stuff to farm if you actually wind up missing any of those older events. And overall, good stuff, GS. I don't think it's as good as the last update that came out, though. I don't think you can really compete with the auto loop and the mines and all that at once. That was an insane update, probably the best update we've had since Yu Yu Hakusho. This one, really good too. But guys, it's gonna be it for this video. Thank you all for coming out. We're gonna be having new videos all this week, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If you liked what you see here, then I highly recommend you check out either one of the videos popping up on your screen right now. Highly entertaining Grand Summoners content. Guarantee you'll love them if you love this video. And oh yeah, before you leave, don't forget to drink water.